What's up, YouTube? It's been years since I've made a video. I can't remember how many years, probably like 5 years, 6 years. This one is going to be a follow up from my Facing Dentures in Your 20s video because I get a lot of people asking me about that. Um, I haven't made videos in a long time because I went to rehab in 2020 and I got like officially clean. I've been clean over 3 years now. And in order to do that, dude, be quiet. I had to step away from social media, from my phone, from the internet. So I've grown to really despise like this, uh, and a lot of it, I think it's in my head. I think that people that are fixated on likes and views, um, they're so worried about what everybody else thinks. I think that's a huge like trait of narcissism, and I was very, very narcissistic when I was younger. Um, Now I've gotten to a place where, well, I'm trying to get to a place where I can do this and not feel like, oh, I'm just being some big narcissist. Because I don't, that's why I've stepped away from this. I don't make sense right now. I'm sorry. This is a long time. Anyway, so I got my dentures when I was 24 years old. I'm about to be 32 in like 2 weeks. A lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are wondering what eating's like at the pain level years down the road. So you can see it's been almost 8 years since I had my surgery. To recap, I had 32 teeth pulled all in one day. And that sounds intimidating, scary. It really wasn't. If you have really bad teeth like I did, you get to a point where you're just so fed up with them. You're so sick and tired of worrying about them, the pain, the visual from other people, worried about what other people see when they look at you, the fear of smiling, the fear of rejection, the pain from eating, from drinking anything cold. It was a horrible existence. And my teeth pain is what led me down a path of addiction. Anyway, so I had the surgery when I was 24. The surgery itself was not a big deal. My teeth were very, very bad. When I had this surgery, I didn't get put to sleep. I was awake the whole time. On a pain level from 1 to 10, from the moment I walked into the door to leaving the dentist office, the highest pain level is probably a 4. That's really the shots. The shots they give you, that's the only bad part. And really, you only have to worry about the ones in the back of your mouth, because once they get those, then it starts to go numb. And as they work their way forward, it's a lot better. But it's only a few seconds. I used to say about tattoos, what's a few minutes of pain for a lifetime of pleasure? I don't know if I would view tattoos as pleasure now. I'm kind of in a different mindset now that I'm a little older. Anyway, so it's been almost 8 years since I had my surgery. There's no part of me at all that regrets it. I am so grateful for the opportunity that I was given to be able to have my teeth removed and get dentures. I take my teeth out every night. It's just something that you get used to. When I first had the surgery, it was hard on me mentally because you have that thought process as a man, I'm so young. I don't have any teeth. I lost all my teeth. What am I going to do? And you're so worried about, you're so worried about everybody else looking at you. It's not so much, I guess a lot of people are worried about their self-image, but self-image is not important in the long run of life. When you get older, you realize that it doesn't matter what people think about you or how you look or how you're perceived. The only thing that matters is what's in here, what's in your heart, what kind of person you are. So identity, all of that stuff, it's pointless. If you look at the big picture, it's pointless. It's superficial, it's narcissistic, and that's why I stepped away from YouTube and social media altogether. I don't get on social media anymore. I do have social media. I don't get on it. I maybe open Facebook once every couple weeks. Um, but I'm in like a work mode. I've been in like a work mode for the past 3 years. Anyway, I'm getting way off topic. But I'm trying to think about like what concerns I had before I had my surgery, and most of it was. I think most of it was just a self-image part. I have no problems with my teeth. I can eat anything. Obviously, I can't bite into an apple, but you can't bite into an apple either if you're worried about getting dentures. So I can eat steak. I can eat anything I want. It doesn't bother me at all. No, I can smile. I smile a lot now. These are the same set that I got after I had my surgery. I've had it for 8 years. I think I got them realigned like a year after. So it's been 7 years since I've been in to get them adjusted or anything. I don't have any problems with them. It's just something you accept. So if you're somebody that is young in your 20s and you're worried, you're scared, you have anxiety and you're depressed about it, the most important thing you can do is accept it. There's certain things in life that we cannot change. And way too many people spend way too much of their time and get stressed out over things that they have no control over. If your teeth are bad and you know you need dentures, or if you're questioning maybe I need dentures or maybe I should save them, there's no point in saving them. If it's a 50-50 shot, just get the dentures. It's way easier. And you once you accept it, just accept it and move on. It's not a big deal. It's really not. You scare yourself from thinking that other people are going to judge you. Everybody judges everybody. Others' judgment of you do not matter at all. They mean nothing. My philosophy is if you don't affect my paycheck, then I could care less what you think about me. I honestly, unless you're my parents, my family, or my boss, that's it. Those are the only people's opinions that I actually care about. So nothing else matters. And even if my parents or my boss has an opinion of me that I don't like, it doesn't. It's their opinion. It doesn't matter. Like you can't control other people. The only thing you can control is yourself. That's it. You can't force people to accept you. You can't force people to treat you the way you want them to treat you. That's not the way the world works. We don't live in an authoritarian hell. People have freedom. People have freedom to judge, and people are going to judge, whether they admit it or not. Everybody watching this video, you're judging right now. You might not understand it or recognize it, but you are, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just the way our minds work. It's the way we process things. So with dentures in your 20s, you have to just accept it. It's the easiest thing in the world. Once you accept it and you truly understand that you can't turn back time, you can't better care of yourself, and maybe you wouldn't be in this position. I was born with no enamel in my teeth, but I still didn't really take care of my teeth very well. I did not brush my teeth a lot when I was a kid. I drank a lot of soda. I ate a lot of candy, and I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to learn the hard way, and I did. And the same thing goes for my addiction. I didn't want to listen to people. I didn't want to take advice. I wanted to find out the hard way, and I found out the hard way with that too. And I have my videos on this channel explain that whole story. I'm going to make another one about my heroin journey and my drug addiction and my this is my true recovery. My heroin story video, I believe I was on methadone. I believe I smoked weed, and I was still dabbling back then. I wasn't done. Now, I have 39 months. I'm about to be 40 months. September 10th. That's when I have 40 months clean and sober. And now I have a better thought process when I look back to where I was now, and I have a better structure of honesty and integrity to where I can be honest with everybody and myself, and I don't have to feel like I need to lie to be accepted. That's all of that stuff is superficial and it's super narcissistic, and I've repeated myself now. That's why I didn't even really want to do this, but people ask me to make videos. So I mean, I guess if you have questions, then you can type them, and hopefully I'll see them. I probably will. I'll get notifications. I don't like my phone. I'm trying to get back into my phone and back into communications with people online because I stepped away from that for a good number of years, and now I feel like I'm ready to come back into that world, but cautiously. So, any questions you have, I know you're afraid. I know you're very fearful and you have anxiety about it and you're depressed about it. But there's nothing you can do. It, nobody, we all make our own choices in life. Some people are born with certain ailments that they can't change. You can't change those. If your teeth are bad right now and you're young, you can't change that. You can't go back in time. So all you can do is accept it and face it. That's it. Just accept it, face it, and move on. It's that easy. And it sounds like a cliche, or people might say that, oh, it's easy for you, because you're already past it, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of excuse people would try to throw at me. It doesn't really matter anyway. I was afraid before I had it done. I was very fearful. I was worried about the surgery. I was worried about the pain, and I was worried about having dentures at such a young age. But once I accepted it, and once I had the surgery, and once I was past that point, it, I was grateful. It, it's it's so nice not to have to wake up with teeth pain or worried about what I'm eating, or I can only chew on one or two teeth in each side of my mouth. I don't have to worry about any of that ever again. I'd never ever have to go to the dentist again. I never have to get another root canal, a tooth pulled, nothing. I got it all knocked out in one day. It took like an hour and a half. Like I said, the pain threshold was up to a 4 from 1 out of 10. It was not bad at all. The recovery process is a couple of days of just laying around and drinking smoothies because you can't eat. You can't eat when you first get your surgery. But after that, you just get used to it. This applies to most things in life. If you could just accept things that come your way, accept and understand. If you're able to understand and process the things that happen to you that you can't change and you can't control, and understand that you can't go back and change make a different choice or do things differently. You can't go back. That's in stone. All you can do is worry and focus on right now, this moment, right now that you're watching this video. That's the time you control. So if you're watching this, you're probably questioning, or you probably know. Everybody, I learned this in rehab, everybody has a knower. A knower is something inside of you that makes you differentiate good from bad, right from wrong. You know what choice you're about to make, whether that's good or bad. A lot of people will make the choice anyway, even though they know it's bad. But if you want to get on the right path, just make the good choices. You can understand the bad choices from the good choices. Just keep making the good choices. Just keep making doing the next right thing. That's how I've got to almost 40 months of sobriety. And when I went to rehab, it was in 2020, so it was like a year or two after the videos that I made about my heroin story. I got worse. And there's a lot in there that I can explain, and that I will. I'll make another video explaining it. This is more for my teeth and for the dentures, but I just lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah. When I went into rehab, I had nothing. I was sleeping on my mom's couch. I had no money. I had no vehicle. I had no driver's license. I had no ID. I had no bank account. I had a horrible drug addiction, addicted to Xanax and opiates. Mainly it was methadone and Xanax and weed, but weed is an addiction, but it's not as severe as opiates or benzodiazepines. Anyway, and I made the decision the day that I decided to go into detox that I was done that day. That everything that they offered me in the treatment facility, I was going to say yes to. And I was going to keep doing everything that they gave to me and keep trying new things and having a good time. So I was so happy in detox. People around me were miserable. They were sick, and most of them is because they weren't done. I believe that I had a good experience because I was truly done. Anyway, after that, remember I had nothing. I got out of rehab, went to sober living, and I started working for a moving company. And I worked 7 days a week while in sober living, 7 days a week. After 6 months, my old boss from my framing company offered me my job back because I had 6 months of sobriety. So I went back to work there, but that was just on weekdays. I kept working at the moving company on the weekends. So I worked for 7 days a week for a year and a half. I had maybe 2 days off that entire year and a half. And these are things that might sound terrible or horrible, but it's really not. It's just a decision and a choice. You could choose to be lazy, you could choose to sit around, you could choose to play victim, you could choose to blame other people from where you're at or for where you're at, or you can choose to make the right decisions to build yourself back up. So now, just over 3 years later, I have my own apartment. I just bought myself a new truck. All my bills are paid a month early. Um, I got a promotion. Now I actually run a tower crane, so I make very, very good money, and opportunities will come to you. Again, I've strayed way off of the denture thing. But what I'm trying to say is that your teeth are not the most important. Once you have the surgery, it's minuscule. It's minuscule. I do not worry about my teeth. I do not think about my teeth. I do not care about my teeth. It does not bother me one bit. Uh, I've accepted it. I accepted it when I went and had the surgery. The main thing is just to accept that there's some things that you cannot change. If you have bad teeth, in your mind, you know that you need dentures, so you might be looking at implants. Implants are so expensive, and I don't have implants, so I can't tell you that process. I can't make a good judgment call on if that's better or not. Some people might say it's better, but I'm saying I have dentures. I take my teeth out, and it does not bother me at all. I am very happy with my teeth. I'm very happy with where I'm at in my life now with them. They don't hinder me whatsoever. I have no teeth pain. Sometimes I get phantom teeth pain, which is kind of weird, but it's nothing. I have no image issues with my teeth. I never have to worry about going to the dentist again. And it's just way easier. Life's way easier when you don't have to worry about the way you look when you smile, or don't have to worry about the pain you have all day when you're trying to go to bed at night. For me, my teeth were so bad. Every single tooth I had was a cavity, and it felt like my face was going to explode sometimes. It was horrible. And after I was kidnapped and assaulted, and they knocked out most of them, that was the breaking point to where I said, okay, I can't deal with this anymore. I need to have the surgery. And like I said, this surgery was not a big deal. They don't put you to sleep. Where I went, they just numb your mouth up, super fast, not painful at all. Even after the surgery, my highest my pain got was like a 4 or 5, but I was on methadone at the time. And methadone is a synthetic opiate that you take to get off of heroin. So my pain scale was probably far higher than the average person's. I don't know that for sure because I can't tell you that because I was on methadone. So I don't know how bad it might feel to some other people. But for me, it wasn't bad. And that time's over. It's done with. Once you do something and you finish it, then you're done. Like that, I don't have to go through that again. You have to go through something like that one time, and there's always tomorrow. You wake up the next day, and you're not worried about facing that anymore because you already faced it and it's done. That's how I approach basically everything in life. I don't complain about things. I don't get mad about things. I understand the situation, and I understand what I can change and what I can do about any situation from day to day. And I understand what I can't change and what there's no point in worrying about or stressing about or complaining about. That is not in my control. So I know this video went like way off script. Like this is supposed to be just about my dentures, but that's hard for me. It's hard for me to just talk about one thing. I have to include my mindset with how I faced it and how they affect me and the place I was in my life at that point. So now, like I said, I'm about to be 32. I know you see all the Pepsi boxes; those are all empty. I drink way too much Pepsi, but I'm a single man in my own place. All I got is a dog, and I can do what I want. I don't drink. I drink a lot of Pepsi, and I cook myself filet mignon every single night. That sounds bougie, but I work for my money. I work hard. I'm a tower crane, like I said. I'm in construction. I work hard. People don't give me things. The government doesn't give me things. So I'm gonna drink a lot of Pepsi if I want. Is it healthy? No, it's not healthy at all, and I understand that. But I also used to shoot heroin and smoke crack, so there's a give and take there. But I hope this helps some people. I know a lot of people were asking for an update. I'm gonna do an update on my recovery and my life, what happened to me after the last videos, what I went through. I don't know when I'll do that. It might be today or it might be in a year from now. Who knows? I don't know. I just wanted to make this because somebody commented on the denture video last night, and I've been meaning to do this for a while. So I know I probably didn't answer a lot of questions that the denture people wanted to know. I'm sorry. I've been rambling, but this is the first video I made in five or 6 years. So maybe the next one will be better. Let me know if you have questions about the teeth or about addiction and recovery. But like I said, I'll make another one about that, and I'll try to get on here more. I'll try to reply to people. All I do is work, so I should be able to. I just have a weird relationship with my phone right now because I grew to hate social media and all of this. So I'm trying to not be so hard on myself. But thank you guys. Thanks for watching my videos. I don't really care if people watch my videos or not, but I guess it's cool to know that people watch them and they take something away from them. But that I somehow helped people. But all I'm doing is sharing my experience. So all you people saying that I help you, what you need to understand is that you can help yourself. And you can help yourself very easily. If you have the ability to understand the situation and you can process what you can and can't change about any situation in your life on a day-to-day level, then it's easy. It's very easy. Like I said, trust your knower. You know what's right and what's not. Follow what's right. Thanks again, guys. This is Logan signing out.